All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This, of course, would be your boy BJ back with another live stream. Let's see here. Let's talk here. Let's see. Let me look at some things here. All right. Can you guys hear me? Want to make sure the audio is good. Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Make sure the audio. Hold on, guys. There we go. All right. I had to get it on my phone. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that everything was running smoothly. So, what is up, people? What is going on out there in the land of the lay? So, as you can see here, I got a few things up on the screen that I want to talk about. I'm not going to be on here for long. This is the last day of my 3-day weekend. I got to go back to work tomorrow. I got to go back to the chaos at work tomorrow. I got to be an upstanding American citizen from here on out. So my weekend of doing nothing has come to an end. Of doing absolutely nothing. So there's a lot of news going on right now in the world of MMA. The first news that I want to talk about is first thing I really want to talk about is the whole Sean O'Malley. There's a graphic up here somewhere. You guys can see it. Where's that graphic? I thought I put a picture of Sean O'Malley and yeah, there it is right there. Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley. That seems to be the big thing going on right now. Like the biggest everybody's talking about that. Everybody's saying that. I mean, like it was like it's crazy how these things work in the world of MMA. Like as soon as the fight was over, the instant narrative was that Sean O'Malley got hurt. Like Sean O'Malley injured himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he injured himself, and that is what caused the end of the fight, and that it wasn't anything that Chito Vera did. Oh boy. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Oh man, when your mom calls, it doesn't matter. When your mom calls, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to stop and talk to your mom. That's what just happened. When your mom video chats you to show you something, and she has a question, you have to stop what you're doing and do what she and look at what she needs you to look at. Jamie Earnhardt, what's up, man? So let's talk about um, let's talk about this Sean O'Malley thing. So Sean O'Malley, man, got injured, and everyone was like, it was not something that Cheeto Vera did, and people are not giving Cheeto Vera the type of credit that he deserves. And Cheeto Vera, I mean, even Ariel Hawani said something about it. He was like, I don't want to take it away from Cheeto Vera, but you can't take it away from Cheeto Vera. I mean, look at what happened in the Demetrius Johnson. Look at what happened in the Demetrius Johnson Henry Cejudo fight. I mean, you got to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? You have to take that into consideration um, that this has happened before in the sport of mixed martial arts. You know, but it's like the selective memory of MMA fans. It's just a selective memory. People choose, they pick and choose what they want to remember. They pick and choose what's relevant. They pick and choose what matters. It is what it is. That's the world of MMA that we're in. That's the world of being an MMA fan. Is you deal with stupid fans who just say stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, everybody's like, well, Chito Vera didn't do anything and got the finish. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Chito Vera did a lot. One thing that I noticed that how the tide of this fight was going before that happened was that Cheeto Vera started getting the timing of Sean O'Malley down. He started learning the timing of Sean O'Malley. and when he learned that timing, that's when he started landing his own kicks. See, people weren't paying attention. Like I was watching this fight very closely because I'm like, if Cheeto Vera wins this fight, I want to know exactly how he won, how he figured out Sean O'Malley. Because when Sean O'Malley beat Eddie Wineland, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Wineland, what a crafty veteran. You know what I'm saying? Savage WMMA fan, no filter MMA. What is up, man? What's going on with you? I'm here to wrap it up a little bit. Um, you know what I'm saying? But what he started doing was learning the timing and the cadences of Sean O'Malley. And, he started landing his own kicks. And when he landed that calf kick, listen, guys, the calf kick is a dangerous kick. They tell you that over and over. That low calf kick is a dangerous kick. That's an extremely dangerous kick, man. And when he when he kicked him in the back of his calf muscle, and it deadened Sean O'Malley's leg, that is what happened. That is what happened. It wasn't a fluke win for Cheeto Vera. It was not a fluke win. But I gotta give the heart to Sean O'Malley because Sean O'Malley started like after he, everybody realized it was blatantly obvious that Sean O'Malley was injured. You know what I'm saying? Sean O'Malley was moving. He was avoiding Cheeto Vera because Cheeto Vera smelled blood. Cheeto Vera knew something was going on with that leg. Just the way that, I mean, it wasn't like a subtle stumble. It was twice that Sean O'Malley almost fell, almost went down because he stepped on that leg the wrong way. So it is what it is. You can say you can say it how you want to, but Sean O'Malley tried to stay in it, but he just couldn't stay on that leg. It was dead. His leg was dead. Like the lower half of his leg was dead. So he couldn't do anything. So kudos to Tito Vera for getting that W, man. He got that W. He took that O from Sean O'Malley. That was if I have to accept the Kat Zingano Megan Anderson fight, I have to accept this. I have to say this fight for what it is. If I have to accept the Kat Zingano Megan Anderson fight, this fight is what it is. Your video was one of the best breakdowns of this fight. I appreciate it, man. Like, I just couldn't believe that this is what the MMA world was saying. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, are you guys seriously? Did you guys not see Cheeto Vera kicking Sean O'Malley in the leg? Like I had to put that out there, man. I had to put that out there. Cheeto Vera damaged the leg of Sean O'Malley, and it was just a domino effect from there on out. It was like a domino effect from there on out. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It is what it is. And then you get on Twitter and you see, oh, it was a fluke win, and I'm like, what? What? What are you talking about? The world of MMA, the fans of MMA fans. I'm gonna say it one more time. Savage W MMA fan, whoever else is watching. The MMA fans are some of the dumbest people you'll ever come across. MMA fans are some of the dumbest people you'll come across. Mm. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It's like a bunch of preschoolers. Like, how do you guys not put two and two together? How did little old me, notice that this light is annoying? How did I notice that Sean O'Malley was injured from the kicks of Chito Vera and everybody else didn't? And everybody else didn't see that. I don't get how everybody saw that. How everybody else didn't see that except for me. I'm not the only person that saw that. I couldn't have been. But, that's and then Cody Garbrandt, such a savage. Such a savage. Cody Garbrandt comes out and says, everybody ain't built for war. Everybody ain't built for war. And that's, as crazy as that sounds, like, as much as I'm like, well, you can't, well, this is kind of a situational type thing. You can't argue with him for saying it because Sean O'Malley was talking cash shit. Sean O'Malley ran his mouth to Cody Garbrandt. So Cody Garbrandt saying that, like, I'm not knocking on him at all. Like, I mean, everybody ain't built for it. I mean, it was just a couple of leg kicks. Like, it wasn't even like an accumulation of leg kicks. It was like two or three leg kicks. So, and then boom, like he can't even fight anymore. And then Cheeto just landed this disgusting elbow. That was like an Alima Lay McFarlane type elbow. Like the same kind of elbow that Alima Lay landed on Vader Arteaga. That was the same type of elbow that he landed on Sean O'Malley. Salute Marcus Bell. Glad to see your name in here, dog. Glad to see everybody coming in. I love fucking around with you guys. You guys are amazing. Um, as much as we all go, okay, let's see. Less than 10% of MMA are even paying attention to what happens in fights or knows much about the skills that the sport entails. That is so true, Savage WMMA fan. They're looking for the result. They're looking for the result of the fight. That's all they care about. Some people don't care about how they get to the result of the fight. For me, that's the most intriguing part. How they got to the result of the fight. What happened? What happened that made this happen? What happened? Oh gosh, here we go. George Page is in the bit. Boy, I'm telling you. Dun 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 dun. That damn George Page. What's up, George Page? George Page. He said, "What can't get right gave up the title." Yes, he did. That's what he said. That's what the reports are saying. That's what the articles are saying. Um, John Jones gave up his title. But guys, let me tell. But I need you guys to tell me, how do you guys feel about the Sean O'Malley Cheeto Vera fight? What are y'all's thoughts about that? I'll wait for you guys to put that in the comment section because I want to see what you guys got to say. I want to see what you guys got to say. I missed your live stream, George. I don't get notified, George. I guess I gotta. I know how the algorithm works. I have to start clicking on your channel. I see your videos. I see your videos when they come up in my recommendations, but I have to start like searching and going to your channel. And I had to do that for WMMA Addict because I'm subscribed to him, but his videos, I would never get notified when he uploaded a video. So I started typing in WMMA Addict and going to his page, and now I'm starting to get his notifications. George, what's the name of your page, bro? I've seen a few of your videos, but I don't know the name of your page. John Jones doing everything he can in the right position on the can to get the right position on the chessboard. Yeah, but I don't see him going. I don't see him going up and beating Stipe. Run that fight back, but it's the better man. But yeah, Sean trying to look like Takeshi 69. That's funny as hell. But yeah, man, I just don't. I don't see what everybody thought. You know what I'm saying? What everybody was talking about. I guess because Sean O'Malley is a hype train. Like when Derek Brunson beat up Edmund Shabazian, like nobody could say Edmund Shabazian got robbed. The hype trainers couldn't be like, oh, Edmund Shabazian got robbed. He got decisively beat. You know what I'm saying? I guess this is somewhat controversial with Sean O'Malley, so that gives them if you give hype trainers this much, if you give hype trainers this much, they will fucking blow through that door, dude. And it was this much controversy in that fight, and then all of a sudden, kaboom! It is what it is now. So I'm telling you, man. Um, yeah, John Jones, man. John Jones gives up the light heavyweight belt, but and everybody's kind of shocked about John Jones giving up this belt. You know what I'm saying? That's if it's even true. That's if it's even true. Everybody's talking about okay, George Page. Now I know what to search. But everybody's talking about John Jones. But then in the same breath, people say it's Sage. It's Sage Northcutt, George, not Shane Northcutt. Um, People are like, well, John Jones, there's not really anybody exciting that's going to fight John Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like the most exciting one is a rematch with Thiago Santos or a rematch with Dominic Reyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people kind of like, well, there's nothing really left here for him. He should move up to heavyweight. So now that's what he's trying to do, and everybody's like, oh, John Jones gave up his belt. Oh my God! I mean, it's kind of a shocking way to do that, to get that move to heavyweight. Because he tweeted that he gave up the belt, and then he also tweeted that he's talking about his first heavyweight fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of a shocking way of getting to heavyweight, giving up that belt that he fought so hard to get back and lost and care and keep, and all the high level talent that he beat to keep that belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to see him kind of give it up. But if he feel like he's worth more money, or if he wants to go up to heavyweight, man, that's John Jones's prerogative. That's kind of what everybody's been wanting to do, anyways. First, it was go fight Francis Ngannou. Then it was go fight DC. Now it's go fight Stipe. See, everybody's been talking about John Jones at heavyweight. It's just that John Jones is not chasing. He's not chasing. He's not trying to be a double champion because somebody, DC did that already. So if John Jones goes and does the same thing DC did, then DC, everybody be like, oh, well, DC did it first, even though you beat him. Like, it's just crazy, but I'm not mad at him giving up his light heavyweight belt. Like, I'm not mad at him giving that belt up and going and chasing those big fights at heavyweight, chasing that Francis Ngannou fight, which I think he loses, chasing that Stipe fight, which I think he loses. Um, you know, but I feel like the person that's really getting screwed is Dominic Reyes, though. Dominic Reyes should be the light heavyweight champion. It's crazy that Dominic Reyes is not champion, man. I can't believe that. Let's look at this. George Page, your page, is a common name. That's why it's nobody. That's why probably not coming up so easily. Yeah, George, you're gonna have to come up with a name for your channel that when you search it, people search it. It's the only thing out there. Like when people search No Filter MMA, I'm the only person that pops up, bro. I'm the only person that pops up. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. It's the little shit that doesn't seem big, man, but the little shit like that matters in finding people finding your channel. You know what I'm saying? So don't have a name. Don't name your channel something that's gonna kind of blend into the background. Name it something that's unique. You know what I'm saying? So that when people search that, there's no confusion as to what your page is. Let's see. Should make a side page like yours. Yep. I guess it's not. Yeah, George. I think you should before you start. Before you put way too many videos on, I think you should either switch the name or make another account, bro. For sure. George Page is tripping. But yeah, guys, how do y'all feel about John Jones vacating instead of just moving? Instead of just waiting on a title shot at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave up the belt. Do you guys think he should have gave up the light heavyweight belt? If it's even true, if it's even true, Paige Van Zandt will be the face of bare knuckle. Ugh. I like that too, Savage. I like that too. I like that. Go with it, George. I bet you won't do it. But yeah, Paige Van Zandt. Not even talking about Paige Van Zandt. Um, but it looks like there's a fight book between that. This goes along with the John Jones thing. It looks like there's a fight book between um, Dominic Reyes and Jan Blankovic. So that could easily turn into a vacant title fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that could easily turn into a vacant title fight at light heavyweight. If John Jones is really giving up that belt, who else is there to fight for it? Dominic Reyes is the fight for John Jones. Dominic Reyes beat John Jones, and you know they didn't give it to that man, and that's so fucked up. Like that's so fucked up. Yeah, Savage MMA fan for sure. But yeah, man, it's just it's crazy that John Jones. Like I said, I kind of agree with what he's doing. Like, there's not the biggest fight for him is Dominic Reyes at light heavyweight, and he's already beat Dominic Reyes. Like, big fights for John Jones are people that he's already beat. That seems to be like a trend. That seems to be like a trend for John Jones. Like the biggest fights that John Jones has in his career are rematches. Let's see John Jones fight. Let's see John Jones fight some new blood. Like Francis Ngannou and John Jones could be an interesting fight. That could be interesting. Um, you know, but now I say that I say that Steve. I mean that Ngannou would beat John Jones, but then I think about the Stipe Miocic fight. How Stipe was just stick and move, get out of the way of that power. And John Jones is very elusive. Like John Jones is very elusive. It's just my question is, does John Jones have enough power? Because Stipe had the power. Stipe had the power to um, that when he connected with Ngannou, it hurt Ngannou. It wrung him when Stipe connected with him. Does John Jones have that type of power that can make Francis Ngannou think twice? You know what I'm saying? That's the big question. Yeah, John Jones can be elusive all day long, but does he have the type of power that can wear down Francis Ngannou? Because that's what Stipe Miocic had to do. Stipe had to wear him down with strikes before he could wear him down with the wrestling. Like Stipe had to move and throw the jab and throw the 1-2 and be very elusive. Go watch that fight. Watch how Stipe, like when Stipe was up against the cage, which is where Ngannou really wants you to be, so he can just unload on you. What was Stipe doing? That was Stipe avoiding, taking his head off that line. You can see Ngannou looking for Stipe's head to be where it needs to be. And what was Stipe doing? Constantly moving his head, keeping his head off of that line. You know what I'm saying? Keeping his head off of where Francis thought his head was going to be at. Guys, Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight of all time. He is, man. There's no other thing. There's no other explanation for that. You know what I'm saying? Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight fighter in combat sports, including any other combat sport. Stipe Miocic is the greatest of all time. All time. And I say that I say that with a lot of confidence. Stipe Miocic is the greatest. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time, guys. Don't categorize him the greatest heavyweight champion, which he is the greatest heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? But Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. Better than Fedor, better than Ryan Bader, better than Francis Ngannou, better than Cain Velasquez, better than fucking JDS, better than all Andre Arlovsky, DC, all the guys who have been heavyweight champions then and now. Stipe Miocic is better than all of them. It is what it is. Let's see. They're probably giving JDS a soft touch. No, JDS is not a soft touch. JDS is a beast. JDS is a beast. He's still a beast, even though I mean, dude, he was doing well against Jairzinho Rozenstruik before he got knocked out. He wasn't taking a crazy amount of damage. He was getting hit, but he was landing his own big shots too. JDS looked good in that fight, but Jairzinho got that one hitter quitter, man. It is what it is. Francis Ngannou is the same way. John Jones need to get two more big fights, then get out while he can. Yeah, Ngannou and then Stipe before his illness. I think it should be Ngannou and Stipe. Fighting or a great fight at heavyweight for John Jones would be Alexander Volkov. Alexander Volkov versus John Jones. I would be down for that. I would be down. I gotta make a video after this, guys. I gotta make a video after this. Alexander Volkov versus John Jones will be. Oh my fucking god! I just got excited about that. Oh my god! I just got excited. John Jones versus the best striker at heavyweight is Alexander Volkov. Woo! Man, Stipe is the go. Stipe is the go. But John Jones versus Alexander Volkov. Oh my fucking god. Oh, I gotta send this to my boys, man, before I forget it. Oh, I gotta send. Hold on, guys. I gotta send it to them. All right, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I have to send this to these guys. Uh, uh, just got breaking news, guys. Anthony Rumble Johnson will re-enter the UFC's mandatory drug testing program this week in anticipation of a comeback. Per his manager Ali Abdulaziz, right now his plan is to come back as a light heavyweight. Wow, wow! I'm calling it now. What am I saying? John Jones versus Alexander Volkov. Guys, you heard it right here first. If they make that fight, man, if they make that fight, that'll be a crazy fucking fight. Him and Holland right off this sunset have a test tube baby like a man in. Boy, you stupid, John Jones. Man, that's the fight. That's the fight. That's the fight to make. If John Jones wants to go to heavyweight and fight, put him in there with Alexander Volkov. That is the fight, guys. Oh my God, man. I can't believe I haven't thought about that until just now. I just thought about that just now. Oh, dude, that will be a that could be like fight of the year candidate. Alexander Volkov versus John Jones can be fight of the year candidate. Mm, mm, mm. I'm telling you, that would be a fantastic. Listen, man, I want all of y'all that's watching. You heard it here first. If they make that fight, you heard it here first. I said it first. I said it first. That would be fucking amazing. That's a fight I would love to see. I would love to see that fight. Man, but that'll be a great fight for John Jones. If John Jones can go up to heavyweight and beat Alexander Volkov, you know what I'm saying? Then, for sure, I would say let him fight for the belt. Because Alexander Volkov is top of the division. He's top 7, top 8, you know what I'm saying? top of the division. Then let him fucking, if he beats John Jones, let him fight for the belt. If they give if they give Alexander Volkov to John Jones, then and he beats John Jones, let him fight for the belt. Alexander Volkov, you know what I'm saying, will do to John Jones what Dominic Reyes did, but Volkov won't gas in the later rounds though. That would be the difference, like, because Volkov, I would say, is a better striker. Well, I wouldn't say a better striker, but he's just as good of a striker as John Jones. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Alexander Volkov is a hell of a striker. He's a hell of a striker. You know what I'm saying? So if I think he could do what Dominic Reyes was doing. He could learn a lot from the Dominic Reyes fight and going into a fight with John Jones. But the thing is the cardio. Alexander Volkov is not. If you stand and strike with Volkov for 5 rounds, he's not gonna fade. He's not gonna go away. That's his thing. That's Alexander Volkov's thing is striking. He's a lifelong martial artist. You know what I'm saying? Like that. If you want to stand and bang with him, that is his type of fight. Look at the Derek Lewis fight. I don't think that was 5 rounds. It might have been 5 rounds. It might have been. I don't remember if that was 5 rounds or not. But if it was 5 rounds, he went that 5 rounds. And even though he got knocked out, he went 5 hard rounds with fucking Derek Lewis. You know, I don't think that was 5 rounds. I think that was maybe 3 rounds. Anyways, let me see. Yeah, I think that may have been 3 rounds. I can't. I don't know, guys. I do have some interview news, guys. We have not heard from Leah Letson in such a long time. So I took it upon myself to reach out to Leah and say, Leah, we want to know what's going on. So she kind of gave me a piece of why she hasn't been able to fight in so long, and you guys are gonna find this so interesting. Like when she right now she's doing COVID-19 duties for the military, so she's doing stuff. She's active right now, so she can't record any videos, anything like that. So in about a month or so, she'll be able to come home, and I'm gonna bring Leah Letson on, and we're gonna talk about what has happened and where she's been and why she hasn't been able to fight, and you know what I'm saying, and what kind of timeline that she's looking at as far as the return. Like Leah Letson has been having she's been having major medical issues, guys. So we're gonna. She's ready to talk. She's ready to let her fans know what's going on, and she accepted. I mean, I will be the first person that she talks to since she's left. You know what I'm saying? Like this is who, like this is where she's gonna come on and say what's been going on with it. She gave me a piece of it, and it's so interesting, guys. Like it's so like I mean, it's not something that she can't handle, of course, but it's just crazy that this is happening to Leah Letson. You know what I'm saying? So, um, you guys have to tune in for that. I'll be hitting you guys with a date on that as soon as Leah gets out. So, as soon as she gets to where she can do an interview, because she told me to anticipate a long session. So, absolutely, I told her absolutely, 100%. And she's, guys, and Leah told me, she said, BJ, if, you know, she's like, BJ, I know that I should be fighting right now. She goes, you don't understand how bad I want to fight Felicia Spencer, how bad I want to fight Megan Anderson, how bad I wanted to fight Kat Zingano. She was like, how bad I wanted to fight Cyborg. She was like, you guys don't understand. Like, I want to fight. She was like, but, you know, this has happened. So we'll see. She's like, and this is how I'm handling it. This is what it is. So we're rooting for Leah Letson for sure. We're rooting for Leah Letson. once they get it all figured out, she'll be fine. So that's I'll let you guys know when that interview is going to be. And you guys come in and show Leah Letson some love, man, because she's been going through a rough time. She's been when she told me, I was just like, whoa, like I had no idea, no idea. So I'm excited to get my girl Leonidas Letson back on. We want to see Leah get back in that cage, and she knows it. She said her hands are itching. She said, "I want to punch people." She goes, "Hitting the pads have not been enough." She trains. She hits pads. You know what I'm saying? Light training, very light training, light training. She's like, I'm tired of hitting pads. She said, I want to go get, I want to knock someone out. I want to go fight. She said, I know that division needs me, and I'm ready to fight. I want to fight, but unfortunately, she can't. Yes, Savage WMA fan, you have to check that out because Leah has not told anyone what's been going on with her. So, um, but yeah, for sure. Let's see here what I'm trying to do. All right, yeah, I do something right with my camera right quick. But anyways, guys, yeah. So be looking forward to Leah Nidus Letson making her highly anticipated return to No Filter MMA, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about, man. Is you know, Stipe is the greatest of all time. John Jones moving up to heavyweight. It is what it is. Oh yes, George Page. She's itching for a fight. Like Letson is itching to fight. She wants to fight so bad. Like she wants to be the best featherweight in the world. You know what I'm saying? And she's young. Leah's talented. She can fight. She's young. She's a powerful striker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Leah's got all the tools to make it happen. We just got to get over this little bump in the road, and we'll get Leonidas Lesson back in the cage for sure. For sure. And I can't wait. I love Leah Lesson. She's one of the she for me, like when she locked out Liz Phillips and Invicta, man, that was major. When she knocked out Liz Phillips, that was major. Major, 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 major. Major, major, major. But yeah, man. So what I mean, so I'm here for some MMA news. What you guys want to talk about? Any upcoming matchups? Maya Shevchenko. Maya Shevchenko is becoming pretty interesting. It's coming pretty intriguing though. I'm not going on here saying, oh, Jennifer Maya's gonna win. But Jennifer Maya gonna brawl though. Even though brawling, you know what I'm saying, probably ain't the best thing to try to do because Jessica I tried to brawl. Jessica I tried to brawl with her. Look what happened. Jennifer Maya, if this fight goes to the ground, and this fight can be very interesting on the ground, because I mean Jennifer Maya is good on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But Valentina is just an animal, man. Like Valentina is an animal, and she's itching for a fight too, man. But I see this matchup. I give Jennifer Maya more of a chance than I give Joanne Calderwood for sure. I give Jennifer Maya much, much more of a chance than I give Joanne Calderwood. I just thought Joanne Calderwood it would have ended the way the Jennifer it would have went the way the Jennifer Maya fight would have went. You know what I'm saying? It went the same way the Jennifer Maya. It would have went the same way the Jennifer Maya fight went over very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel like Joanne Calderwood is gritty enough. I want to see Joanne Calderwood like bite down on her mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? And be in those deep waters and bang. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see her. I feel like under that type of pressure, she wouldn't like in that type of that Castawader pressure. You know what I'm saying? That Castawader pressure that Valentina put on Castawader. That's a different type of pressure. That's a different type of pressure. And Joanne Calderwood, I think, would have folded, man. Jennifer Maya, on the other hand, is a lot tougher than Joanne Calderwood, a lot bigger than Joanne Calderwood, a lot stronger than Joanne Calderwood. Um, she's gonna be bigger than Valentina, which is interesting. That's very interesting. She's gonna be bigger than Valentina Shevchenko. Um, but as of right now, Valentina Shevchenko wins this fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Valentina, I haven't really seen much from Jennifer Maia to be like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Jennifer Maia is the next champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Jennifer Maia to me is a more competitive fight than Joanne Calderwood. Like when I even first heard rumors of Joanne Calderwood versus Valentina, I was like okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like another boring title defense, another knockout victory for Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was thinking about. All right, I'm back. It just would have been another. It would have been another easy title defense for Valentina. That's how I see it. So, but we do have Brian Ortega versus the Korean Zombie finally being made. Zabit versus Yair is being made, rescheduled. Um, we have Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz coming off that huge knockout um, of Corey Anderson. Um, I think he's coming off that Corey Anderson win. Valentina is Baba Yaga. You got De La Rosa versus Adarujo coming up. You have Robinson versus Botello. Let's see what other fights. You got Jermaine Durandame versus Juliana Pena. A lot of fights coming up. Costa Romero. 2020 by far has been the best year. Like as far as keeping fights active, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Maya is suspect against kicks, man. She leaves that midsection open with that boxer stance, just like Jessica I. And Valentina gonna kick that body. Valentina gonna kick that body. Valentina gonna kick that body. She gonna kick it, and she gonna hurt her with those kicks. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is the next person in line. Um, this is the next person. How did Mario get around those drug charges? You know, man. I think we need to continue asking that question, George Page. Like that's a question that needs to be asked until it happens. So I think you should continue to ask that question, George Page. How did Mara Romero Barella get around those drug charges? How did Romero Barella get around those drug charges? She got around them. How the hell is Mara still in the UFC? I don't know, man. She's still there. She was ranked at one point. I don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? She was ranked at one point. I don't know, man. I don't know. But then again, you know, Cheesecake Morris is still in the UFC too, and she's still fighting fights. You know what I'm saying? Like Sarge Eubanks is still in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Well, they just cut Betts Coher. You know, so I don't know, man. Sarah Morris is still in the UFC. No, the question is, how the hell is Sarah Morris still in the UFC? Can you answer that question, George Page? Marcus Bell, can you answer why Sarah Morris is still in the UFC? She's the punching bag. Who's the punching bag? Mara Barella. George Page, who you talking about? I haven't heard anything from her, man. I haven't seen anything about her. I haven't seen anything about her, man. Yeah, George, I hadn't seen that, man. I don't know anything. I don't know where she is. Um, yeah, I hadn't seen nothing about her at all. Let's see. Trying to get my camera back. Switch it to the better camera. There we go. We're gonna switch it to the better camera. Yeah, my bad. Go back out of hey, go y'all go back out of the stream. Go out of the close it out and go back in because it's gonna be behind. So because it glitched. There we go. Cheesecake is her Vanessa Mills. She loses, she's gone. Oh, for sure. Oh, Romero Barella was for sure a fucking punching bag because Montana De La Rosa just punched her all around the fucking octagon. Like, I was like, damn. Like, Montana just beat her all around the octagon. It was crazy. It was crazy. I'm using Streamlabs, y'all. That's why it's glitching. When I use StreamYard, I don't have to worry about that. But the only reason I'm using Streamlab, only reason I'm using OBS Studio, not Streamlab, OBS Studio, just so I can put the graphics up. Well, I don't even know why I bothered to use OBS because you can't do anything else but that while you're using it or your computer is overloaded. So I don't even know why I did that. But anyways, um, yeah, Sarah Morris. How is Sarah Morris still in the UFC? How is Sarah Cheesecake Morris still in the UFC? Who is it? Who's hitting it? George Page. Who's hitting it? Somebody hitting it. Somebody hitting it. Mara is everyone's stepping stone. Yep. Courtney Casey beat her up. Montana De La Rosa beat her up. I mean, everybody's beating up Mara Romero Barella. Um, and Jillian Robinson said that she was a beast in the gym. She did. Jillian Robinson said she was a beast in the gym, but I guess she's trash. Hmm. I wouldn't call her trash, but oh, dude, Vanessa Mello. How did she get into the UFC? How did Vanessa Mello get into the UFC? Somebody please tell me how Betch Cohen 2.0 got in the UFC. Can somebody tell me how Betch Cohen 2.0 got in the UFC? It's crazy. Anyway, but guys, I'm getting ready to bring this stream to a close. It is time for me to wind it on down. It's getting late. I gotta go to work in the morning. It is what it is. Just want to come and talk to y'all for a little bit. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for engaging in the comment section. And I will give you guys an update on the Leah Letson interview. Let you guys know when that interview is taking place so that we can um, show Leah Letson some love. She would love to hear from her fans. She loves her fans. So let's show Leah Letson some love, guys. But thank you guys so much for coming through. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. And if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I am out of